Governor.
How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
All right. Okay.
Thanks for having us here today. Got to do this story, but also Cincinnati Crime. We heard from AG Lewis today. He's willing to facilitate any sort of state involvement. Have you heard from how the meeting went this morning between state leaders?
Yes, I think the meeting went well. I think, the key to any of this is cooperation. We've come in really with a package for Cincinnati that we've offered them. It's something we've done several different times in Cleveland. We've done it in Toledo. We've done it in Dayton. And, it involves 3 or 4 of our different departments. But it can only work if it's working closely with the PD. And so we're anxious to, have that fully implemented. What we've had so far is the mayor said he was, fine to have us come in with our highway patrol to help with the traffic. But we did get a letter last night, which certainly indicated more interest from the mayor and more interest from the chief, and so we're happy with that. Look, we don't want to impose anything that the city of Cincinnati does not want. We just know that these things that we have done have worked, and they work because you're targeting repeat violent offenders who have guns. These are the people who, by and large, cause 90 to 95% of the violence in Cincinnati or in any other city. So you have to target those individuals, and that's what our plan does.
Did the letter say exactly what they are looking at accepting?
Well, I think we're getting closer. I think we're making progress. Look, we just want to work with the city. We want to work with the police, at a level that's an intense level and a level that is on offense. We want to be on offense against these criminals. We want to be on offense against these people who normally have a criminal record. They're carrying a gun. They know they're not supposed to have a gun. They know it's illegal in the state of Ohio. And if we can nab them with a gun, they're going away for a long, long time. And that's what we have to do. You take out that criminal element, and it won't reduce all crime, but it's going to reduce a lot of the violent crime that occurs, in the different communities.
Governor, let me ask you about the National Guard situation, too. Do you agree with President Trump's assessment that it's lawless and a lot of crime in
I'm not close enough to D.C. to know that. I go there once or twice a year, so I'm not the expert on D.C. But what we are doing by sending the National Guard to back up, and that's what it is to back up the D.C. National Guard. It comes at the direct request of the Secretary of the Army. So just as I sent National Guard down to North Carolina after their tragic weather problem last year, Governor Cooper asked us to do that. We did that. I've done that for Columbus. I've done that for Cleveland. When we get requests, we want to be there to try to help. And so that's what we're doing. We're there to help. Everybody sort of wants to make this into a political thing. For me, the Secretary of the Army says we need help. My troops in D.C. need help. And can you provide 150 MPs? Our answer is yeah, we're going to do that. Now we were careful. We are not sending anybody who is an ongoing police officer. We don't want to pull out from any big city or any small community. We don't want to pull any of those police officers out. But the people who are going all have jobs, but it's not actively in policing. But they are MPs, and that's what the request was from the Secretary of the Army.
So do these, will these 150 you're sending, 150, right? Yes. Will they have arrest powers? Will they be armed?
No, look, absolutely not. When we send out the Ohio National Guard, it is to back up the police, and in this case, we're backing up the National Guard of D.C. that is, in fact, backing up the police. So that's what we do. Now, if our members of the National Guard see something where someone needs to be arrested, they'll have direct communications with the D.C. Police Department. And the D.C. Police Department will be able to take care of that. But no, they're not sent there to arrest. They're sent there. The mission, as it was described to us, is to protect federal buildings and to do some patrols. And so that's what they will be doing. They're going to go out tomorrow morning. Should get out there by early evening, and that's what they'll be doing.
Will they, you said it, will they be armed?
Yes, absolutely. I'm not going to send them out there, with any kind of a mission not be armed. They're going to be armed, and that's what the Army intended. That's what the National Guard wanted, and so that's what's going to happen.
And speaking of National Guard and to set rumors to rest, any talks about sending the National Guard to Cincinnati?
No, absolutely not. I mean, look, this is a rare case that you would ever send the National Guard out. So I'm the governor of the state of Ohio, and but I in contact with the mayors. When we sent National Guard to Columbus, and when we sent National Guard to Cleveland, again, it was to back up. First of all, we'd send out the highway patrol. Then, when things are considered to be serious by the mayor, by the leadership, by the police locally, then we will consider sending the guard, and we do. We do this whether there's a bad flood, bad weather condition. We did it during COVID to help food banks. I mean, the Guard is an amazing group of people, and they go where they are needed, and that we make that decision on a case-by-case basis.
How much is it costing to send these people?
I don't know. I mean, they have the federal government has committed to reimburse the state for this, and I trust that will happen.
So it won't go. Taxpayers won't fit the bill.
Well, somebody's taxpayers. I mean, it's going to be coming out of the federal treasury. It's not going to be coming out of the state budget now.
Out of curiosity, where are we pulling the National Guard from?
Well, they're all Army, so they're all people who are in the Ohio National Guard Army. These are all people who are MPs, which means they've been trained, military police, and the Guard decides, they're coming from different parts of the state of Ohio, but none of them are active duty police officers at this time, because that was one of the constraints that I put on this. We're not going to do this if we're have to pull police out of being police. So, there are people who are on duty, and but they normally are working their normal job, whatever that is, and when there's an emergency, whether that's a weather emergency or something else, like we did in Cleveland or what we did in Columbus, the National Guard, that portion of the National Guard is activated to go deal with that mission.
Besides active duty officers, were there any other considerations that went into dispatching?
Look, I let that entirely up to the National Guard. They know their troops. They're the ones. Adjutant General makes those decisions. He and his team make those decisions. That's not my decision to make. My decision is to put the parameters on and what the qualifications are, and also, obviously, to look at what the mission is and how the mission is described to us.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on those parameters that you set?
Sure. The parameter I set was what the Secretary of the Army wanted was people from the National Guard who were MPs, military police, have training in that area. So I told the general that would be fine, but I did not want to send anybody who's an active police officer at this time. I don't want to take a police officer out of Cincinnati or Ripley or any place else. We don't want to do that, but we certainly could find enough without any trouble that we're not actively engaged in policing at this time.
Last question for me.
Sure.
Do you have any idea what kind of specific tasks the troopers will be performing?
Yeah. So their mission is described, number one, to back up the District of Columbia National Guard. So we will be backing up our troops there, our Guard, members of the Guard. Specifically, we're told that they will be standing guard over federal buildings, federal assets, and they will be doing some patrolling as well. So those are the things that have been described to us, and that is basically what their mission is.
We have time for one more question.
Governor, we heard today from Senator Marino or David Yost that Chief Fiji is concerned about giving up local control.
I'm sorry.
That Chief Fiji has
Okay.
concerns about giving up local control if the state comes in.
For-
Is that the case?
First of all, no local control is ever given up. That can't happen because, first of all, we come in with the highway patrol. We come in with other assets that we have for our parole officers, for example, our liquor control agents. But the understanding always is they work directly with the police department. No one is ever going to take control away from Cincinnati Police Department. We live in a state, and we're glad we do, that has local control. We have local police departments. We have over 900 police departments in the state of Ohio. And so we don't come in and tell them what to do. What we do is if they want us to come in, we will bring people in to work with them and this has worked exceedingly well in many, many cases, and it will work well in Cincinnati.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Let me do one thing on the river.
Yes.
So, we're doing a series of grants along the Ohio River, and what we ask people to do is to imagine how they want to spend their money. What's different about these grants, these initially were federal dollars. We made the decision along with the state legislature to spend $500 million, a lot of money in 32 counties or 32 Appalachian counties, but we let every county and every community decide what they want to do. What Portsmouth has envisioned here will just be spectacular. If you look all around here, this whole riverfront is going to be a park. It's going to have a grandstand. It's going to have all kinds of things for concerts, and it's going to open up Portsmouth to this magnificent, great Ohio River. So we're very, very excited about it and look forward to coming back to Portsmouth when it's time to cut the river.
Thank you for watching the ABC6 News YouTube channel, bringing you breaking news, stories, sports, and original content throughout Central Ohio. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe as well so you don't miss out. ABC6 News is on your side.